Hello and welcome back to my Hydra base toy box. I've got Loki with me, and today I'm going to start working on the castle interior. This should be a quick toy box to create. My goal is to build the whole interior today and then add all of the logic next time. So we already have our toy box door here that I put down earlier, and we haven't done anything with it yet, but we're going to go ahead and open the logic menu for it. Go into the properties, and for the destination, we're going to create a new toy box. That'll create a brand new toy box inside this save file. I'm going to do a new interior, and it wants a level name, so that's brought up the editor on my little gamepad here. So I'm going to put in base interior, if I can spell correctly. There we go. All right, and then we'll save. And that is creating the new toy box and linking it to this door. And then for the destination locator tag, we obviously don't have a locator in that toy box yet, but we will. So I'm going to set this to be 1 because I don't want the player showing up at the toy box door inside this toy box. I'm going to put the player at a different location. All right, and with that, we're ready to go. So I'm going to save my game, and then I'll go through that toy box door, and I'll meet you there in just a moment. Okay, here we are in the interior, and all I've done so far in here, before I came back on, is I dropped a boombox over here, and I used that to turn off the music, and that is all I've done. So far, this toy box is untouched, except for that. And let me come into Spark mode here. This is the default room that is created when you create a new interior toy box. And I don't want this room. Unfortunately, I cannot delete it. I can't do much of anything with it, so we're stuck with it. But we're going to use it to hide logic, and I think that will be helpful. So the first thing we're going to do is lay out the building here, and let me pull up my screen grabs for my map. All right, so let's go to the rooms. We're going to go to the right to this long hall, and we're going to put it on the door opposite from where the toy box door was. And then we're going to put our actual starting room over here. And for this, let's see, not that one. This one is the one we're going to use. And I'll worry about styling these later. Oops. I don't know why it does that. It takes me out of Spark mode, which is bizarre, but... Okay, so there is that room. That's our starting room. And we're going to drop this room in, so a hallway. And then let me get my map here. Thought I had this set and ready to go. Sorry about that. We're going to use this room for the lab. And we're going to tack it onto this door here, like that. And I'm orienting it this way. It's just weird why it jumps us down into that other drawer. And then we're going to use a small room here. A one-door room. And we're going to put one over here like this. We're going to use that for a cell. And we're going to drop another one over here on that door. That's going to be another cell. And then over here, I'm looking for the stairway. I thought about using an elevator, but I kind of like the stairway better. I don't remember an elevator in the castle interior inside the Age of Ultron movie. And let's see, then we want another hallway up here. And I didn't realize this really until after I had already built this and gotten a ways along with the build, but the layout of this room is basically identical to my palace interior in my Aladdin series. I didn't plan it that way, but it kind of turned out that way. Stop moving that. Okay, so there is our interior. So the player is going to come in here. Eventually I'm going to delete this hallway so it's not there, and that will close that door. But the player will come through here into the lab, and then in here up the stairs and into this room where they find Loki's scepter. So that is the plan. Let's go ahead and style this now. So we'll open the styling menu. And for the walls, I'm going to use the Fantasyland theme. So I have to scroll until I find that. Here we go, Fantasyland walls, and I will theme all. It says, are you sure? I say yes, because we want this to look like a castle interior. We'll do the same thing with the floor. Fantasyland floor, and I will theme all. Yeah, I'm sure. There we go. So now this looks like a castle interior, but Hydra, of course, has converted this into a lab. So for the trim on this, we're going to use the Stark Tech accents. I will theme all. That adds kind of a little bit of a high-tech look to this. And for the light fixtures, we are going to use the Death Star theme. Not Imperial City. Here we go. Nope, not that one. There it is. Death Star ceiling light. And again, I will theme all. And let's exit. And let's just take a look at what we've got so far. So to me, this looks really cool. It looks like you're in a castle, but it looks like they've upgraded it some, reinforced it with some metal. The doors look high-tech. The light fixtures look high-tech. I just really like the look of this. All right, so if we come through here, come into this room, we'll go ahead and start putting in some decorations. And we're going to have to do a lot of scrolling to find all the things that we want here, but let's see if we start here. And I think, yeah, here's some things we're going to use. As we come across these, we're probably going to be best off just going ahead and moving from room to room and putting these where we want them. Just because it'll take time to find them again. And why did it not leave me there? Alright, so I kind of like these cross swords. That looks like something you would see in a castle. So we're going to put this around the corner over here. And unfortunately, I cannot. Let me just drop it for now. I can move it again if I need to. We're going to put this over here. And then let's see if we can come back over here and move that sword. This is one of the things, again, the reasons I hate working with the castle interior. Is it's just so difficult to use. Kind of want this to be across from that doorway. And it's a little too far to the right. Let's try it there. Probably not going to get this exact, but that's pretty close. See if we can move it one more little nudge. That should do. So I just kind of like the look of that when you come through that door. And then, as I said, we've got the chains over there. And let's put some chains over here. Somewhere else in here, because this is kind of a lab where they're experimenting on people. So you might expect there to be some chains hanging around on the walls. And we'll put this one fairly close to the cell here, like that. All right, let's see what else we got here. Most of the wall textures I'm not actually going to be using. We're using a few wall hangings. We are going to use the Hail Hydra banner. And I want that out here at the entrance, because I want to make it very clear that we are in a Hydra base. So if we come in here, and we get back into the editor. All right, let's go to the right. Maybe we can get there a little quicker. I hate how it resets the drawer every time you move to another room. It's really annoying. It's one of the reasons I don't like working in the interior toy box. It's just not very well designed at all. It tries to do so many things automatically, and it just is more of a hindrance than a help. Alright, so we'll put a banner over here on this side of the door and one on the other side. That makes it pretty clear where you're at. And since it's going to reset that anyway, we'll just keep working in this room, I guess. Alright, seating and beds. There's no seating here. Rugs, windows, accent and decor. I'm probably scrolling the wrong way, but I'm looking for the suits of armor, because I just like the look of that. As you come into this place, it reminds you that it's a castle, even though it's been turned into a lab. And they probably were faster to go the other way to get there. There's Loki's staff. We're going to need that eventually. But it's probably going to reset this when we get to the other. Here we go. Beast's suit of armor. So we're going to put one of these over here. Like that. And I'm going to put another one over here on this side of the door. Kind of tucked in that corner. And then we'll put a few of them on this wall. Like that. And I think that's enough for this room. Just giving the idea of where we're at. So there's our suits of armor and our banners. And then we come through here. We've got our swords. That's lined up nice. We've got some details in here. And to make this look like a lab, let's see if we come in and go left. We've got this laboratory cryo tube, and unfortunately I cannot get down there to the bottom of the stairs from here. So we got to exit out of the editor and walk down here, and then it'll let me put things in places, which is just really strange, but oh well, what are you going to do? So I'm going to put this back here on this wall. This looks like something they might be experimenting with. I just kind of like the looks of that. And grab my screen grabs here. Okay, we got these canisters. We're going to put one here in this corner. Maybe some little ones next to that. So I kind of like the look of that. If we keep going over here, we got some other, a lot of other decorations. So just kind of look through here and see what you find that you like. That would look like a lab. I don't think there's too much more in this drawer. Most of what I'm going to need is going to be up here under tables and cabinets, I think. I think this is where the computer desks are. I might be wrong. I am wrong. Probably down here. electronics and appliances. And we go left and we find some lab equipment. So here we've got some security cameras. Those are kind of cool. So we're going to put one up here on this corner. And we'll put another one around over here, like that. So I think that's kind of cool. And a little further left, and we've got these benches and things for computers. And there's a whole wide variety of them, but I think I'm going to use this one. Doesn't really matter. And then I want to put some up on the upper level, so once again, got to come out up here. Open the editor back up, and we'll put this round one right over here. Kind of in this corner. So, about like that. And put another one up here next to it. I like the looks of that. And then on this side of the wall, we need something over here. So we'll put another station over here. Okay. And then there should be a drawer here for chairs, seating, or something like that, seating and beds. If we go to the right, we have these little lab chairs, which look really good. And I don't know why it put this down here, but okay. Can I get up there? No. Now, once again, you can see how buggy this is. So I'm always fighting with this thing to get it to do what I want it to do. The camera doesn't work the way I want. It doesn't move where I want it to, and it moves when I don't want it to. Doesn't let me go where I want to go. And it doesn't position these things very well either. But what are you going to do? All right, so there's the seating in here. Let's come out of the editor and see what we've got. So this looks like kind of a nice high-tech lab in a castle. I like the looks of it. And then this little wall right over here is kind of boring, so I thought under accents and decor, I think I remember seeing some crates in here. Yeah. The Lothal crates. Kind of stack those right here. All right. So there is our lab. Next room. We need something in this corner, and I thought since it's mostly stairs, that this would be kind of a nice dumping ground / storage space for some lab equipment. So we can dump all these huge canisters in here. And we'll just kind of fill this up with canisters. Just kind of make it look like these are stored here. And I am not moving that camera, by the way. The game is doing that for me, which I hate. But there we go. So that looks a little bit less bland. And then we have our final room up here. This is where I want Loki's scepter to be found. All right, so once again, let's go to the wall hangings. And this time it remembered where I was. That's good, because I want to use the Hydra banners again, since they're the ones that have the staff. And I'm just looking for something kind of high-tech looking that we can put on the walls on the left and right side of the room. I didn't see it going that way, so let's go the other direction. It's kind of a high-tech looking wall hanging that I like. That's the one downside to this, is you have to do a lot of scrolling to find the pieces that you need. And I'm not finding it. That doesn't look right. Could use that, but that has the shield logo on it, and I really don't want to put that in here because it's a Hydra base, so that doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe what I'm looking for is under another drawer. I don't know. But none of these things are looking familiar. Sorry about that. Yeah, it is just not here. Alright, must be in another spot in the drawers. Okay, electronics and appliances. Was this where we saw? No, this is not where we saw. Oh, rugs. Here's something we're going to need. Not the Rancor pit. Here it is. Rug of the future. I kind of like the look of that. So we're going to set Loki's staff on top of that, and I want to try to center it in front of that door. About like so. Windows. Maybe this was where I saw it. Yeah, this is it. The Iron Man window. And I just kind of like the look of that. It seemed like it was more of a piece of art than a window, but there we go. All right, and then accent and decor. This is where we find Loki's staff. I know it's here somewhere. Here it is. And try to center it right on top of that. That looks pretty good. Okay. So that's the castle interior. It's a pretty quick and easy build. Next time, we'll add the logic for the final battle and for successfully completing the mission for recovering Loki's staff, and then we'll be done with the first mission in my Age of Ultron series. But that's all for me today. Before you go, leave a comment and let me know what you think of my Hydra research base interior. And if you enjoyed my video, or at least found it helpful, please hit the like button. Also, you can subscribe to my channel by clicking my photo in the lower right corner of this video if you haven't already done that. Have a great day.